Welcome War Robots fans, this is Cinco, and in this video I'm going to have some test server gameplay featuring the brand new Titan Alpha weapon, Cataclysm. I managed to get into a bunch of Titan battles on the test server so I can give you a data-driven review, so let's get into it. As I mentioned earlier, this video is based around the new Titan weapon, Cataclysm, which is a Titan variant of the Spark, Scourge, and Calamity family. Like the rest of this group, it's an energy-based weapon that has 600 meters range. It does, however, have twice the reload time of the rest of the class at 10 seconds. I only use the Cataclysm on the Ao Ming since it's the only Titan that currently has 2 alpha weapon slots. I did max out this Ao Ming as far as the test server goes with full modules and fully maxed level to level 15. Here's a beacon rush game on carrier where I get into a couple of Titan fights. I spawned at the middle beacon so I could help players on both sides of the map. It's funny, in this game there are people named Adrian Chong, Manny Gaming, as well as Look Who's Talking, so a bunch of fans on the test server this weekend for the Cataclysm testing. Pretty soon I'm going to start noticing some Titans spawning behind me, so I'm going to use this cover to try to shield myself from these players while I hit the Ao Ming that's behind me in this point. You also notice that I've been using my mouse to trigger my healing ability. That's because my key mapping was messed up for the recording of this video. This next battle is on Yamantau, where a bunch of Titans, mostly Arthurs, spawn, and you get a good idea of how much DPS this stuff does to shields against all these Arthurs. It's really hard to bring down these Arthur shields with these Cataclysm weapons. The energy just doesn't do enough DPS to the shields. You'll see that over the next few minutes as I really can't bring down the Titans from this far away. Here's a good look as this Ao Ming spawns in real close at almost 400 meters away. It does much more damage at 400 meters than, say, 550 like a Dragoon variant would do. This last gameplay is on Castle, and you can kind of get an idea of how you can use the Cataclysm as a suppressor of Titans by just staying on the ground. After playing with the Cataclysm a decent amount of games, let's see what I actually think for a review. I do like the 600 meter range. It's much better than the machine gun variants of the Titan weapons for keeping things suppressed and at bay. The sustained DPS is more than the Dragoon variants because the Dragoon variant is such a burst weapon. The sustained DPS really comes in handy for the next point. It does deter brawling. Whether it's an Aojun that landed close by or a leech charging you, it does a pretty good frying them. I can imagine when they're leveled up to a high amount, they're going to bypass a lot of resistance, and that's going to work out great in close fights. Now for the not so good, I really hate the lock-on. I don't know if you noticed, but in the one video, the Aojun landed on the ground and it took a full 5 seconds for me to lock on. It was really tough to deal with, especially with no pilot that would actually decrease the lock-on time. The visual effect really looks like you're shooting pink spaghetti out of the top of your Ao Ming. It's really cluttered around where you're aiming. If I had a wish, and I'll put this in the feedback for Pixonic, I'd like it to just be like the Spark or Calamity, just a thicker line of lightning. That would be better than just the mess that comes out of these Cataclysms. Damage drop off. It's really tough when you're trying to fight above 500, which is really what you want to do in an Ao Ming. It's not super strong. It doesn't have great defenses against the other Titans. So the only real use I can see is if you're going to brawl with your Ao Ming or use it as a suppressor. I prefer the Dragoon variants to the Cataclysms, but that's just me. That's it for this video. Like I said, I'm Cinco. If you like this video and my content, please like or subscribe. If you have any comments or questions, please leave them below. Thanks again for watching.